Wait, what just happened?
Think we're good. It just told me that you were recording, so I think we're good.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think it needed permission first. Okay, great. So, um, I, of course, am Pat Olafson with Viking Investments. And
And nice to talk with you today. I'm Sandy, as you know, from Wood. Sorry, I forgot the name of my company. Um, Woodcrafters Incorporated.
okay, so I would like to start with, I guess I would like you to describe the situation from your standpoint, and because I want to see where you're coming from, and then we can go from there.
All right. So first, you know, while you were out, prior to you leaving, you gave you gave Fawn your, the authority to, while you were out of office, to handle business. Um, and so I was first, wanted to discuss the additional 250,000 for the upgraded oak that we went in and placed in the apartment due to, what we were looking at, and um, you were not in agreement as much with um, confirming that that you want that upcharge that we propose. So that's my first standpoint. I'm not in a really good place right now financially, so I was hoping that we could first start there with maybe me hearing about why not. Why you didn't want to consider the upgraded oak that we put into uh, the apartments, that would then the additional 250,000 added to the 700,000 that we have in the contract.
Okay. Um, I guess where I was at was I had accepted your bid for this job because of your original prices you had given me, and you had originally um, quoted a lower price for the job because you were originally going with cheaper lumber, and then the oak was kind of a surprise that you sprung on me, and so it greatly increased the original price that you had quoted me. And if I had known that you were going to go with this change of materials, I may not have chosen your company for this particular project. So that was the reason that I was not wanting to go with the more expensive product.
Okay, and so and then in that aspect, my main um, reasoning behind choosing that upgraded oak was because we know that the building that's being constructed across from us is kind of going could serve as some competition for us. And then with myself, I only had 24 hours to I was able to get the upgraded oak actually at a very reasonable price, but I did not have a lot of time to negotiate, as it could have been sold to the people that are building across the way, and would have created a more competitive situation for us when it comes to our building and what we're offering and our marketing and everything else. So I didn't have much time. I spoke with Fawn, and she was okay with that, giving your permission to handle business while you were out. And she told me that I wouldn't be able to even probably speak with you until another week. So we went ahead and went with that. Um, so, I mean, overall, I really want to be able to come to some kind of agreement, because I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but I am in a very tight financial situation, and I'm facing bankruptcy. So, I really want to see if we can come to some kind of agreement that will allow me to be, not to have to file bankruptcy, and then me to be able to still be able to work with you, continue our business relationship, and just continue to be partners. There's only about six other, including myself, six companies that do what we do. So I want to still be able to work with you and keep a great relationship. So I'm willing to see what kind of agreement we can reach. My other concern was the outstanding invoice. The 700,000 outstanding invoice that I needed to be paid within 15 days. Have you considered that at all?
Yes. So I am with the hotel partnership that we have. I'm contractually obligated to pay at least 500,000 to you.
Okay.
The other 200,000 are kind of where the negotiation comes into play. And I was considering doing, because I noticed that you have a $10,000. It looks like a $10,000 rent fee that you were needing to pay. And then there's also, of course, the matter of your loan that we gave you for the 200,000. So I was thinking that we could do, if I offered 150,000 as the starting offer for the lakefront property, which is the $200,000 project. So I'd be offering 150,000, and then I could offer to pay off your rent of the extra 10,000. So that would bring the total up to, I guess, 160,000 if you count the rent payment. So that would be my starting position. And this is, of course, on top of the 500,000. So right now, I guess the total offer would be 660,000, 10,000 of which would be for your rent payment.
Okay. So you said when you spoke of the 150,000 starting offer, you said that was for the 200,000. I'm sorry, I missed that part.
The let's see, the lakefront property, which I guess is the separate $200,000 project, because the original hotel partnership was a $500,000 deal, and then the lakefront property was a separate $200,000 deal.
Okay, so in addition, and this will be in addition to, so that you only have to pay the 500,000 on the invoice. So that, one second, let me do the math again. So you said the $150,000, 10,000 for the rent that I do currently owe you.
Yes.
And then an additional
it would
be 500,000 for the invoice that we currently have as outstanding.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's the part that I have to pay no matter what, is the 500,000, and I was willing to put 150,000 towards the additional project with the 10,000 for your to pay off your rent.
Okay. And so we won't do. So would this mean just canceling out the 250 for the upgraded oak that we did, or we're not going to acknowledge that, or?
Let's see.
I think that's, yeah, I'm saying that right.
Let's see. Is that not part? Is that not where the $200,000 is coming from for the lakefront property? Is this a set? Isn't that the same amount, or am I? Maybe I'm misunderstanding this.
Give me. Let's see. Let's see.
because as of right now, I would not have the resources to pay an additional 200,000 on top of the um, 660 that I was my initial offer of 660.
Okay.
I wouldn't even have the funds to go above that. So I'm thinking that lumber was factored into this lakefront property. I think that's where I'm seeing
Yeah.
this 200,000, because I don't think there is an additional, at least not that I'm seeing. I don't think there's an additional fee, because yeah, I can't even go up that high. So I don't.
So I'm not. So you said I have it as 250,000, because the lumber oak normally would have, in our original bid, would have cost me $5,000, and then once I did the lumber was 5,000, labor of 1,000, other variable costs of 500. And my subtotal with my markup was 700. So 700 per apartment. So I think 100 apartments, that's 700,000. And then when I did the upgrade,
Is there a fire alarm going off where you're at?
yeah, is it pretty loud for you?
Yeah, that's coming in pretty loud.
Sorry, but was something, I don't, it's not a fire alarm. Something is beeping. It is like something is beeping. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it's gone now.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
good?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's fine. It was just kind of coming in loud. Okay.
Sorry about that. So then the lumber, we were able to get the oak for which cost me an additional 2,000. So that revised the cost to 9,500. Times that by the extra that. So the new cost is 95 times 100 units will give me the change of 250. So I'm not 100% sure where you got the flat 200,000 from, but to make this the best for us both, I am, and to keep me, because my only other option outside of working out something with you would be to have to sell my home, and that's the last thing that I want to do, is have to sell my house or file for bankruptcy. So I think I am going to take your offer on the price of the $660, which will eliminate the back pay of the rent of the 10,000 that I owed, and to cover at least the 500,000 that you have to pay, plus the additional 150 starting offer. In addition to that, though, I was going to ask for the rent amount I'm currently paying is 5,000 a month, and I was wondering if you would be able to consider lowering that for me to at least $4,000 a month.
Okay. Let's see. So am I to understand you're taking my original offer of 660,000?
Yes, I am going to take your original offer of 660,000. In addition to that, I am asking if you would lower my monthly rent fee from $5,000 to $4,000.
Okay. I think since you took the original offer, let's see. So that would be an additional. Trying to figure out how that would factor in. I guess that's really only an additional $1,000 on top of the original offer if you're counting. It's kind of hard to factor that in. But even if we go over the course of a year, that's an additional $12,000. So let's go with, even if we call my offer 672,000, and that's counting the lowered rent. Yeah, we can do that. We can lower your rent down to 4,000, because that's still within my range here that I can do.
All right, I think that sounds great. Nice.
Okay.
So thanks,
Well, that's
Pat. It was very great working with you. I look forward to us doing a lot more business together, and continuing to make things work. So thank you. I really do appreciate you working with me, and this was a nice meeting.
Yeah, it was nice making a deal with you.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Okay.